Hi everyone, welcome to watergoddesstarot. So today we are looking into messages from your future self. For the same, we have 3 images, 3 piles to choose from. I'll show you the close-ups as well. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. You can pause the video, take your time and choose the image that you feel drawn to the most intuitively. Meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's figure out what your future self wants to say to you. For you we have stand alone, regeneration, environment, phoenix, and we have 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Pile number 1, first and foremost, your future self is very proud of you. Okay. And at the same time, your future self is kind of giving you that push through this reading and is asking you to walk your journey all by yourself. Okay, if you are feeling very lonely lately, or if people are leaving your life out of nowhere, okay, you're losing out on people, you're losing out on your connections, friendships, relationships, jobs, career, whatever, okay, it is for you. Everything is happening for you. So your future self is clearly telling you that everything that is leaving your life at this point of time or in the near future, it is happening only so that you are able to take a step forward in your life. It is happening for you, not to you. Okay? You might not understand now. The current journey might feel very lonely. You might feel as if you're tired of being too strong on a lot many days, but you are going to feel so proud of yourself. You have no idea. And trust me, this is your time to invest in yourself. I don't think this is your time to cater to another person in your life, also for that matter. The universe is purposely going to put you, or it has either put you in a situation where it's just you by yourself. There is this energy of isolation. There's this energy of loneliness as well on some days. But this isolation is necessary. This solitude is necessary. Whatever dark night of the soul you're going through, whatever pain you have been through till now, okay, it is for a reason. It is all going to sum up to something that you will be able to look back at with a smile on your face in the future. Your future self is clearly telling you that you are absolutely on the right path, and whenever / if something is taken from you, trust the process because it is for your highest good. Yes, you might have many questions. Yes, you might ask the universe multiple times as to why me. But your future self is saying sometimes it is okay to not know everything. Sometimes it is okay to not have answers. You literally are going through a rebirth in your life at this point of time. And the universe is providing you with a second life, with a second chance to rewrite your story, second chance to take a step towards where you have always dreamt of going, who you've always dreamt of becoming. You are becoming purer. You are coming closer towards you being in your full power. Your future self is kind of shaking you up through this reading and also giving you a big tight hug with a pat on your back, and is thoroughly motivating you and kind of encouraging you to walk this journey alone all by yourself, because you are enough. You do not need support at this point of time. You do not need other people on your journey. This is a very solitary phase that you are stepping into, pile number 1. Okay? Your future self is asking you to take a stand for yourself. Your future self is asking you to take risks in life. Your future self is asking you to be ready so that when good opportunities knock at your door, you're able to make the most of it. Whatever chaos or tower moment you're going through at this point of time in your life, it is only because the universe is trying to make you independent inside out. The universe is trying to teach you something. Yes, the lesson might seem too harsh at this point of time, but your future self is saying it is absolutely going to be worth every tear that you have cried, every extra hour that you have been awake, all your sleepless nights. It is all going to sum up to something so beautiful, so serene, and so wholesome that you will look back and thank God for the hardships that you did go through or that you're going through in the now. Okay? Your future self is clearly telling you one thing, that if you're burning today, it's only because your time to shine is right around the corner. So do not feel dejected, do not feel defeated, do not feel that you cannot do life any longer, because you are in the middle of a transformation at this point of time. And when we are in the middle of a transformation, life just feels blah, because we are on the lookout for answers, but we neither have answers nor we have clarity. At least that kind of clarity, the kind of clarity that we'd want to have, we do not have that. And your future self is clearly saying it is for a reason. It's for a reason that you do not have all the answers. It's for a reason that you are not being told as to what lies ahead in the future. Why? Because the universe wants you to grow in the now. The universe wants you to learn from your lessons so that you do not repeat the same cycle in the future. Because whenever anybody is going through a transformation, baits come in between in the form of same cycles. If you take the bait, you got to redo everything and learn that lesson again. But when you do not take that bait, you simply move closer towards where the universe is taking you, and something similar is happening in your life at this point of time. Okay? Your future self is telling you that all your dreams in regards to your career, in regards to your finances, in regards to the kind of stability that you're seeking out of life, all those dreams are going to come true. All you got to do is continue working hard and continue believing in yourself. You will have days when you will feel like you sum up to nothing. Your confidence is going to be zero. Your willpower is going to be zero. You might even feel as if you're a loser, you cannot do anything in your life, and it just feels so slow, everything is stuck in your life, etc., etc. But register that chatter of your mind and let it out of your system. Do not kind of absorb that negativity. Feel it, allow it to happen, and let it go. Do not attach yourself to those moments, because it's just momentary. It's the gunk that is kind of leaving out of your system. Okay? So your future self at this point of time is assuring you that whatever you've been working hard towards, you are definitely going to see the fruits of your labor. All you got to do is believe in yourself even when nobody is believing in you. Okay, there will be days when even you will question yourself. Even on those days, come back to yourself. Come back to the core of who you are. You do not need an applause for you to know your worth. You need not be validated on the outside for you to kind of understand how worthy you are of good things in life. You already are worthy. You already are good. You already are a work in progress with and without the worldly attachments. And the more you will value yourself, the more you will learn to kind of accept yourself and recognize your patterns so that you're able to break free from them, the happier and contented you're going to be in the future. So your future self is asking you to work towards your awareness. Become self-aware. That's why it's important for you to be alone at this point of time. That's why it is important for you to spend time with yourself, because the more you will keep yourself away from the outside noise, the more you will be able to listen to that voice within. The more you will be able to communicate with your inner child, with what your intuition is trying to say to you. You'll be able to listen clearly. You'll be able to find your worth within yourself rather than chasing it outside of you. Okay? So this is the kind of rebirthing that you're going through at this point of time. The universe always puts you in isolation whenever you are around an upgrade. Always remember that. That's what your future self is reminding you at this point of time. That whenever you are put in a situation or there comes a phase in your life where everything comes crashing down, where your reality changes overnight, yes, the disruption happens, yes, you feel uneasy, but that is done for a reason. That is done because the universe wants to shake your spirit and tell you that enough of you being in your comfort zone. Now pick yourself up, because whatever you've asked the universe for lies ahead of you and not where you are at this given point. Yes, there are going to be a lot of distractions. Yes, the demons will try to pull you back. Yes, there's going to be a lot of outside noise. And that is why you get isolated. That is why you get secluded. That is why there is that feeling of emptiness, that void that kind of builds within. Your future self is telling you that there is a lot of financial freedom that is in store for you. There's a lot of independence in not just regards to your career or your finances or your stability. There is overall freedom that you're kind of stepping into. Why that is happening? That is happening because you are recognizing who you are. You're understanding your purpose. You are no more living your life to please the society or to please the people around you. You are finally awakening to the fact that you got to please yourself and you got to follow the path of your soul. And that is what you're doing at this point of time. Okay? You are someone who is going to taste success like no other. Okay? When your time to shine is going to come, pile number one, you will have all eyes on you. It's like you're rising from the ashes. You're giving me those kind of vibes. So your future self is using this reading to motivate you left, right and center, and is kind of telling you that, you know what, dare you give up, dare you kind of feel sad for yourself. Even if you feel sad, feel it, but let it go. Do not hold on to that sadness, because the more you will let go, the more you will create space for what the universe has actually planned for you, what your future self has planned for you. Okay? Your future self really wants you to follow righteousness at this point of time. The thing is, you are someone who's here to not just raise your own vibrations, but to also raise the vibrations of this planet. You are here to do something for the planet. Now it's on you. You got to question yourself as to how you can contribute your bit towards the environment, towards making this earth a better place, I'd say. Okay? So maybe you got to start eating healthier. You got to start eating more organic, or you got to start adding more green vegetables to your diet. For some of you, switch to a plant-based diet. Okay? Some of you might find this message to be triggering, and I am nobody to kind of ask you to go vegetarian or to go vegan, but I am here telling you the message that I'm receiving from your future self. where for those who already are on this path, your future self is giving you a pat on the back. And for those who are into a lot of non-veg, your future self is basically asking you to leave non-veg, or at least try for 44 days and see how you feel within your mind, body and spirit, because it is energetically going to have a very positive effect, not just on you but also the planet. You're being asked to do something where you are recycling products, or you're using products that can be recycled. For example, if you're getting a Ganpati idol for yourself on Ganesh Chaturthi, I don't know why I got this example, but if I got it for a reason. Instead of going for a regular idol, I'd say you should go for something that's eco-friendly, so that you can either plant something in that, or you can do your bit by going the eco-friendly way. Same goes for plastic, same goes for your food habits, same goes for however you operate in your daily life. You got to do something where maybe you're planting a tree, or maybe you are becoming a part of, I'd say, that cleanup process that happens on the beaches. It can go in so many ways, in so many directions this message can go. But what you got to take from this reading is that your future self really wants you to come in alignment with the environment. Spend more time in nature, go walk barefoot on the grass, do something for the environment. See how you can take care of the environment. And when I say environment, I'm not just talking about the plants and trees, I'm also talking about the animals, because at the end of the day, the animals are dependent on us. How can you contribute? Can you volunteer to an NGO? Can you do some donations to a dog shelter? Or can you just do something for the animals as a whole? Can you give food to an animal that's hungry, that kind of crosses paths with you? You got to question yourself over here as to how you can make your contribution. Even if it's a tiny contribution, it means you're doing your bit, okay? And for some of you, I strongly feel that you already are. And your future self is again and again saying that I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Continue doing the same, okay? Your future self is saying that you're being humbled at this point of time, and this process of humbling you down is very important, because tomorrow when you are going to be on top, it is this time period that's going to keep you humble even when you'll be up there. So it's like how you plant a seed and then you wait for it to sprout, you water it, you give it the fertilizer it needs, and you allow it the time also it needs, to grow. So that is what's happening with you. So if everything is falling apart, just hold yourself together, because my money, abundance, prosperity, luxury, you name it and it is going to be yours. Your future self is saying you are meant for luxury. You are meant to experience luxury. You're meant to bathe in luxury. Okay, whatever the finer things of life are, you're meant to experience. You're meant to reap the rewards of your effort, of your hard work. For some of you, it's a 9-year-long journey. Okay, and I'm saying it is going to be worth it. Okay, it is going to be worth it. If you have been patiently putting in the work, you've been patiently putting in the effort, regardless of the years, you have no idea how beautifully the universe is going to surprise you in the long run, in the near future as well. The kind of success that's meant for you is something that is going to stick with you, that's going to stay with you. That is why your whole paradise is shook at this point of time. Who knows if in the future you're doing something that's exactly opposite of what you're doing at this point of time. So do not be afraid of sudden changes, overnight changes. Just don't. Whatever you're losing, say thank you to God, say thank you to universe. That's what your future self wants you to do. Your future self wants you to embrace the pace at which you're moving forward, rather than trying to skip this process where you're actually being built inside out. Your soul is getting churned at this point of time, and your future self is saying again and again, every tear that you have cried, that you're crying, it's all going to be worth it. So do not stop. Just listen to what the universe is saying. Embrace the pace, surrender to what's happening. Because the more you surrender, the more you kind of bow down, the easier you make your path, okay? There is a happy and a healthy home that's waiting for you. For some of you, there is promotion. For some of you, there is a whole new business of your own. For some of you, it's a new house that you're going to buy. Okay, for some of you, it's a luxury car, it's a luxury watch, it's your dream destination, you traveling to your dream destination. For some of you, it's like a culmination of everything. I can see a lone warrior in you, pile number 1, and your future self is also trying to make you understand how significant and important it is for you to be solo, to be single, to be just with yourself at this point of time. The month of September can be significant for some of you. 9 weeks from now can be significant for some of you. And the 9th of any month can be significant. Significant in regards to you receiving some kind of an opportunity or a good news in regards to your life, in regards to an upgrade that's right around the corner. For a very few of you, it can take as long as 9 months also, but it really depends on where you are in your journey. If you haven't been through this shakeup that I have described till now, then you probably fit in the category of 9 months. But if you're someone who's already been through this chaos, this period of you falling apart and losing out on so many things in your life, then you just got to hold on to yourself, because I'd say you are just at the final end of completing a cycle and stepping into a new journey, a new chapter of your life. Okay? So as of now, this is what I have for you, pile number 1. These are the messages that I have for you from your future self. I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's see what your future self wants to say to you. For you, we have Style, Peace in Reverse, Clover, Karmic Completion, and Daughter of Wands. Now pile number 2, your future self wants you to know that you're someone who's very talented and very creative. And for some of you, you're very good looking also. So if you're someone who is an artist, especially where you are required to show your face on screen, okay? Your future self is motivating you to put yourself out there. If you have any kind of social media presence, or you are contemplating whether you should come up with your YouTube channel or an Instagram page, or maybe you want to be an actor, a model for that matter, your face card is very strong. That's what I want to tell you first and foremost. and your future self is encouraging you to show your face, because there's something about the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you look, and the aura you carry when you're expressing yourself creatively. Okay? So do more of that, because the more you're going to show your face, the better it's going to be for your career. Now, for those who are in a 9 to 5, then for you, I'd say start putting in some effort when it comes to dressing up while you're going for work. Okay, if you have a job, then focus on putting your clothes together and deciding what to wear the next day or day prior. I know for a lot of you, this might sound like it's not needed, but I'm simply here to give you the messages from your future self, okay? Because maybe when you're going to dress up and when you are going to look put together, you're going to feel a different way about yourself that is going to add on to your confidence. Yes, there can be multiple reasons to this, but this is one solid message that I'm getting from your future self. So see how it fits your story and take what resonates with you. But there's something about your outer appearance that has a direct connect with you being received in a more, not serious manner, I'd say, but pleasant manner. Okay? Like it is only going to act as a bonus. It's just like that cherry on top. So if you're getting something extra by putting in a little bit of effort, then why not? Any which way, you're just putting in that effort for you, for yourself, right? Your future self is really motivating you, pile number 2. I don't know why, but to show your face. I don't know what you do for a living, but there's something about you getting ready and just being out there. Okay. You can even have a creative kind of a career as a side hustle. So if you're someone who wants to maybe have their job but also have a YouTube channel where you're vlogging, or you're telling about your day, or you're just having a channel where you do your makeup, it can go in multiple directions. Where you're teaching something, it can just be anything. This creative industry is so huge that I cannot put all of you in one word or in a box. I don't even want to do that. That's why the term artist is used. Artist is someone who creates art. You need not be somebody extremely viral or famous for you to be an artist. So see how you can use your creative talents to your advantage, because you're very creative. Okay, you could be a painter, a very good singer, writer, and I don't know what all you're blessed with, but there is definitely something to you that kind of makes you different, and it just adds something to your personality. And if you're able to make something out of it, then why not? Okay. Your future self wants you to practice more meditation. There needs to be an element of calmness to your aura. There might be a lot of, I'd say, tension in that little head of yours, where either you're spending a lot of time in procrastinating, or you're just worried over something, or maybe you're someone whose anxiety kicks in by the time the day is about to end, after sunset basically. If you are this person, your future self wants you to practice more meditation, and your future self wants you to connect with the crystal howlite. Okay. But if you ask me, howlite might seem an easier route. Okay. You might just feel that, oh, let me just wear a bracelet and my life will change. But my love, that bracelet is nothing but a supplement, like how we eat supplements, right? But that is not a substitute to a diet. It's a supplement that kind of adds on to our well-being. So howlite bracelet or crystal is exactly like that. It is making your life better, but that is not you fixing the issue from the core. If you want to benefit the most out of whatever you're going through mentally, you got to take out 10-15 minutes on a daily basis, sit with yourself, meditate, and maybe simultaneously wear a howlite in your left hand, I'd say. Okay? And when you'll do both, you will see a lot of difference in your energy field. Okay? Your future self is wanting you to become your own sanctuary. Do not look for peace outside of yourself. And trust me, if your inner world is not peaceful, the outer world is going to collapse. And if your inner world is peaceful, then even if your outer world is collapsing, you will not collapse. Understand the depth of this, because that's what your future self is asking you to master at this point of time. You're very intuitive as a soul. You're someone who is very intuitive. You're very sensitive also. And people who are very sensitive, sometimes they cannot handle their emotions because they end up absorbing not just their own emotions but also that of others because of their sensitivity, because of their receptivity, because they don't know how to protect their aura, their energies. And that kind of makes you ungrounded. Okay? If everything feels like it's too heavy and you cannot, just go to a nearby park and walk barefoot on the grass. This is known as grounding. Okay? Free of cost. You just got to pick yourself up, remove your shoes, your socks, and walk. That's it. Do it for 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, and see. You will feel better. And that is what your future self is telling you, that you know what? If you control your inner world, no matter what happens in the outer world, you will be good to go. Nothing will be able to shake you. And if you get anxious really quickly, if you are stressed most of the times, if you're very moody, then you got to take care of that vessel. So please meditate. Please meditate. I know not many people like the word meditation, but it is what it is. Your future self wants you to. And yes, your mind is going to wander. Bring it back. It's again going to wander. Bring it back. Try. Because the more you're going to try, the more easy this entire process is going to become. Do not try to focus. Do not sit with this intention that my mind is not going to wander anywhere. Just sit as it is. Sit as it is. That's it. And if you find very difficult when it comes to you sitting with yourself in silence, then maybe you can do a guided meditation from YouTube. Start with that. Okay? Pile number 2, your future self is asking you to let go of your guilt. There is some kind of guilt that you're holding on to. And that guilt could be in regards to another person. This could be a friendship that collapsed. This could be a relationship that collapsed. This could be something unfair that you think you have done with somebody or somebody has done to you. It can go either way. So you see which part fits your story. But there's a good amount of guilt that you're carrying within your system. And now this guilt is starting to eat you up on the inside. You have 2 options. Your future self is saying you have 2 options. Either you can simply go to that person who you are at loggerheads with and have a word, see if things can get repaired, ask for closure, give that person the closure they need, or have a final conversation. Or what you can do is just let go of whatever you're holding on to in terms of you feeling guilty for your actions or for something that was done to you. Give it to God. Give it to God. And now it's on you which route you want to choose for yourself. Because whatever has ended, in all honesty, there is some kind of karmic completion that has happened with this particular person. There was some kind of karmic debt that has been cleared, or a karmic cycle has been closed. So that's what your future self is trying to tell you, that this particular person came into your life for a reason and they have left for a reason. You might not know the reason behind it, and for some of you, you might never know. The easiest way for you to know and understand is to do inner work. Because the more inner work you're going to do, the more in sync you're going to come with the universe, and then it will be easy for you to understand this entire concept of why people come, why people leave, how a particular person makes you feel. Maybe the universe placed that particular person in your life because you needed to learn a lesson, or they needed to learn a lesson, or there was some exchange that had to happen. And now that it has happened, maybe it's getting difficult for you to release this person from your energy field. But you're being asked to let it go. Because the sooner you let it go, the sooner you'll be able to move forward in your life. The sooner you'll be able to create space for where you're meant to go, for a new beginning to happen, okay? Your future self is clearly telling you one thing, and that is, people come into your life for a reason and they leave your life for a reason. When you will stop fighting the odds, when you will stop fighting what the universe is doing, that's when peace is going to come. Peace is a byproduct of how you respond to your situations in life. Okay? So the universe over here is clearly trying to explain you something, and that is to be adaptable in life. When things are going good, you're really happy. When things are going bad, you crash. But what you don't realize is that life is cyclical. If today you are happy, then tomorrow you're going to be sad. If you're sad, then tomorrow you're going to be happy. And that is how everybody's life is. No one's life is a bed of roses. This is what you need to understand. And your future self is kind of trying to make you understand this concept of what goes up comes down. So if all's well, then something will go opposite to your plan. And if everything's crashing in your paradise, you will see the sunlight the next morning. So life is a series of lessons, and the more adaptable you're going to become, the more easy it's going to be for you to come in the energy of acceptance and being able to make the most of what life actually has in store for you. Okay? The universe wants you to pat yourself on the back, to give yourself that pat on the back, because you have cleared a karmic cycle, because you have ended a chapter that was meant to end. Yes, it brought you pain. Yes, it brought you sadness. Yes, it made you feel bad about yourself. Yes, it might have put you in a place where you went through a lot of pain, and also the other person maybe. But then that is how it was meant to happen. Okay? Now in the middle of all this, what you got to be careful of is to not generate more karma. Don't do that, pile number 2. Your future self is clearly telling you, if something did not work out in your life, and here I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, please understand, I'm talking about all kinds of relationships, and for some of you, this could even be your career. So see how it fits your story, see what has ended in your life, okay? And your future self is saying that if something did not work out and the universe shook your world and it was like as if something has been taken away from you without you being prepared for it or prepared to let that particular thing or person go, then that particular thing has happened for a reason. Okay? Now, if you will sit and contemplate if you're going to get that particular thing or person back, you will only be wasting your time, energy, and effort. If that person or thing is meant to, if that particular person or thing is meant to be in your life, they'll come to you when the timing is right. Okay? Because they have left your life for a reason. And if they have left for a reason, you got to respect the laws of the universe. You got to be in that energy of acceptance and face your challenges. Maybe by removing that particular person from your life or that situation from your life, the universe is trying to teach you something. The universe is trying to challenge you in certain ways, because the universe wants to see how you're going to respond and not react. Because if you choose to react and retaliate and repeat the same cycle, the same lessons, maybe not with the same person or the same company or the same situation, but with other people, then you're just generating more karma. Then you are not putting an end to the cycle. Understand. And whenever something is taken from your life, do not try to replace it instantly. I don't know who this message is for, but pile number 2, please understand that you cannot replace things, people overnight. And you should not. Why you should not? Because if something is taken from you, it is taken from you for a reason. If something is removed from your life, especially forcefully when you're least expecting it, it is done so that you go within, so that you internalize your feelings, so that you start with that journey that starts from self and ends on self. So the universe provides you with this window for self-reflection, not for you to deflect your feelings and your emotions and to kind of just distract yourself time and again. Because eventually, if you will choose to deflect yourself, the loop is never going to end. And then you will sit and question that universe, why me? Why this pattern doesn't end in my life? Why am I repeating the same pattern with different people in my life? Why? That why is because you're not ready to slow down. You're not ready to go within. And if you're someone who's doing all of it, then your future self is even more proud of you. Then your future self is telling you that you're really on the right path. Your future self is very proud of you. And now this particular lesson is not going to get repeated. All these things happen so that you grow as a person. And growth always starts from within, pile number 2. Yes, this might sound like a lecture, especially to someone who is, I'd say, in that space of pain at this point of time. And I understand where you're coming from. But again, I am simply delivering you the message that your future self wants to give you. Because here, your future self is giving you 2 choices. One is to do the inner work that's required and grow in life. 2 is to continue repeating the same cycle, continue going in loops and just adding more karma to something that can be ended on a lighter note, I'd say. Like you're just making your bag heavier by ignoring your responsibilities. And if you take the reins of your life in your hands and you take the responsibility, you take accountability for your actions, you apologize if the need be, and you move on in life to become a better version of yourself, so be it. That's what the universe wants. That's what your future self wants. Your future self wants you to grow through this. Your future self doesn't want you to sit and cry and just blame yourself. No, that's not what your future self wants. Because if you'll blame yourself or you'll blame somebody else or you'll blame the universe, Are you going to grow out of it? Are you going to gain anything out of it? No, you're not going to gain anything out of it, sweetheart. So what you got to do is accept, acknowledge, take accountability, and if responsibility is knocking at your door, do it for nobody else but yourself, because you are responsible for your life. You're responsible for how you affect other people, your actions, and you're also responsible for what you generate out of those actions. A little bit of tough love from your future self, pile number 2, but again, it's for your highest good. It is definitely for your highest good. And one more thing, see, none of us are perfect. Please understand, and everyone grows at a different pace. Everyone has signed up for different lessons in different phases of their life. Growth looks different on everyone, and it happens at different levels. Now here, you're not wrong, or you do not become a bad person, but you just hurt yourself more when you avoid something, knowing that you're supposed to face it and take responsibility for it. Because unless you're going to take responsibility, you will not grow out of it. So that's about it. I'm not trying to scold you. I'm not trying to preach you, pile number 2. I'm just trying to make you understand that it's okay. We all make mistakes. Accountability is very important. And then at the end of the day, the universe has its ways. I mean, if we don't understand, then the universe is going to make us understand in a different manner. And your future self is acting like your guardian at this point of time, and is simply saying that, my love, it's okay what happened, and own up to your mistakes, take accountability, it's okay. Whatever crashed, stop blaming yourself for it. If the need be, apologize. If the need not be, then it's okay, don't apologize, but then stop blaming yourself, because that blame is going to take you nowhere. Okay, start doing something different so that you can become a better version of yourself, so that you can grow, so that you can create a shake-up in your inner world, so that you can heal your wounds. Okay, in the future, you are going to find yourself. For a lot of you, maybe you are lost at this point of time, or you don't know what you want out of life, what kind of a partner you want, what kind of a career you want. You are in that zone of exploring your options. In the near future, you will find answers to all the questions that you have. You are not someone who is here to get married early on. So if you are someone who is on the lookout for your future spouse at this point of time, I want to tell you to give it time. First, find yourself. Please watch the movie Tamasha, I'd say. Okay, I don't know why this reference comes in my reading so often, but watch that movie Tamasha, pile number 2. You might resonate with the character of Ranbir Kapoor in that movie. Okay, the movie name is Tamasha, Tamasha. Watch it, because what I feel over here is your journey at this point of time in your life is to find who you are, to find your purpose, to figure out what you want to do in your life, to explore, but not romantically. Romantically, the universe wants you to preserve yourself, and marriage is something that you shouldn't rush with, because you are someone who's supposed to or meant to marry late, and that could be for multiple reasons. A very strong reason that I can hear at this point of time from your future self is that the universe will first teach you how to take responsibilities in life, because marriage is going to come in the form of a responsibility into your life, and unless you have taken your own responsibility, unless your career is sorted, unless your finances are sorted, the universe will make sure to not allow you to settle down that easily. Okay, your career over here is standing out a lot, so focus on that. Okay, your future self is telling you that you are going through a transformation at this point of time. Okay, there is a spiritual awakening that has happened or that is happening. So again, a very similar message to that of pile number 1, that you will leave people behind, you will leave old ways of living behind, and it is absolutely okay to do that. It is absolutely okay to outgrow certain things, situations, and people in life. Okay, I don't know why, but I feel someone is asking, will that person come back into my life again? So here, one last time I'm telling you, whether that person is going to come back again into your life clearly depends on how much work you are willing to do and they are willing to do. It really depends on the both of you being ready. If you both are going to grow in this period of separation, okay, then when the timing is right, the universe is going to bring you back together. But if you will choose to continue operating in the same energies, this is not going to happen. Okay, basically your future self at this point of time is preparing you for either a career change or a career shift or a career move or a career glow up. Okay, and your future self is saying one thing very clearly to you. Right now, your focus should be you, yourself, and your inner world, your inner peace. You need to heal your wounds and you need to be at peace within yourself. That is of utmost importance, because unless you will cater to the chaos within you, you will not be able to bring this calm energy into another relationship, because what you have is what you give. If you are chaotic within and you don't know what you want, the same uncertainty you are going to carry into your connections, especially romantic relationships. And that kind of needs a pause, because there is, I'd say, some kind of imbalance that exists within you. Okay, so we got to address that. For some, there could be a little bit of emotional avoidance. Okay, not for everybody, but for someone. So work on these things. Work on what makes you angry, what triggers you. Okay. So yes, as of now, this is what I have for you, pile number 2. And I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So let's figure out what your future self wants to say to you. We have mentor, spiritual career, lavender, community, and we have Ace of Pentacles. Now pile number 3, I don't know if you are a part of a spiritual community where you yourself are a healer, a teacher, a life coach. Okay, and you're doing something professionally around spirituality. Because firstly, if you are this person who I described right now, then your future self is telling you that you are just on a journey where you will be climbing up the ladder of success, and the journey is just taking you forward. Okay, you're moving forward, you're on the right path. And for those who are in a different zone altogether, then your future self wants you to know that you are meant to have a spiritual career in the future. Okay, you are being prepared at this point of time. So whatever you're going through, whatever experiences you've had till now, whatever is going to pan out in your life in the near future, all of that is going to sum up to you becoming somebody who will be a guide to others. I'm getting that vibe around teaching and learning, where life is teaching somebody and they are using their life experiences, their knowledge, their wisdom, and then imparting the same onto others. It's like passing all that sunshine, stars, pain, trauma, how to heal, how to understand wounds, little bit of psychology, astrology, numerology, and all the other tools of divination. Like it's endless. This could also be someone who's a Reiki healer, or someone who heals people through their art. Okay, so again, see how it fits your story, because you're here to first collect all of it and then pass all of this to the world as your service to the community, to this planet. That's what you're here for. Okay, for those who are already doing, your future self is so happy. Okay, your future self is telling you that you are just stepping up. You are here to be a mentor, you're here to be a teacher, you're here to be a guide. And in the near future, you're going to meet somebody, or you're going to collaborate with someone, or somebody is going to knock at your door, probably a woman in your life, who will directly or indirectly teach you something. Okay, and it's with her teachings that something within you is going to get awakened. Okay, something is going to get awakened that might lead to you recognizing some of the gifts that you have. And here I'm talking about your psychic gifts. Okay, for those who are already aware, more gifts are going to get revealed to you. Okay, and it is probably going to happen because of the interaction that you're going to have with this particular woman. Okay, for others of you, what I see is that your future self is telling you that you are here to play the role of a mentor. You're here to teach others, you're here to inspire others, you're here to give away your knowledge, your wisdom, whatever you've learned in this lifetime and whatever you are carrying from your past lives as well. Okay, your future self is so happy. Like, out of all the three piles, trust me, yours is the one that is the lightest in terms of energies, because I strongly feel that most of you are aware of what I'm speaking at this point of time, and you're very much in sync with the energy of your future self as well. Okay, spiritual career is the career for you. You are on the right path. This is the career that is going to bring you soul satisfaction. Okay, whatever you are doing apart from anything that is spiritual in nature in terms of your career, that can bring you money, that can bring you happiness, that can bring you status, but the ultimate soul satisfaction, that is going to come from you taking up a career that will allow you to have that connect and that balance within your mind, body and spirit. Okay, this could even be you being a yoga teacher, for that matter. I don't know why I felt like saying this, but a meditation coach, a life coach. I don't know, I get these, I'd say, these weird pop-ups, they happen and I lose my flow sometimes, but I got to say what I got to say. Okay, your future self is telling you that you are talented, you are gifted. Okay, if spirituality is something that you want to explore in terms of your career, then you already have the ability to be able to kind of get into it professionally. And if you feel you're not ready, then you might talk to or spend time with a teacher, a mentor who is in the same field or industry, and they will guide you on your journey ahead. Maybe take up a course if that makes you feel happy, or just maybe sign up for some workshop for that matter. Okay, because the more in alignment you're going to be within, the more ready you're going to feel to be able to embrace your gifts and bring them to light for the world to see, for the world to witness, and for the world to experience your energy, to experience your light. Okay. Also, pile number 3, if you are waiting for success in your spiritual career, your future self is saying success is going to knock at your door. And success is the last thing that you should be chasing, especially if you are someone who's a part of this community, because you're doing a service that is beyond numbers. You're doing a service that is in alignment with that of your soul. Okay, and that is the reason why you have so much of peace in your life. That is the reason why you're so happy in your life. So let go of your worries, let go of your doubts, because you're already creating a change. You're already changing lives. You're already helping people out. And when you operate on intentions that are so pure, success, again, it just becomes a byproduct of your intentions. So your intent needs to be clear. It needs to be pure. The more intentional you're going to be in terms of why you have a spiritual career to yourself, the sooner success is going to knock at your door. So if you're worrying over money, if you're worrying over fame, if you're worrying over numbers, if you're worrying over stability, if you're worrying over success, I'm here to tell you on behalf of your future self, all of that is going to come to you in due time. You just got to be patient, and you got to be true to who you are, and just be of service to others. Because when you give, that's when your soul is the happiest, and the right people will find you. You do not need to go and search. It is all going to come in alignment for you, and you are brilliantly on the right path, man. I don't know. I love your energy, pile number 3. I really, really, really love your energy, okay? If you are someone who is a homebody, pile number 3, your future self wants you to go out more. Your future self wants you to socialize. Your future self wants you to make connections, because unless you're going to put in the work and the effort that's needed to kind of, pick yourself up and talk to people, then it's not going to happen. Because you have people who are vibrationally a match to you. If you're someone who always feels that, you don't have friends and you don't have people who you can vibe with, who you can talk to because they are not at the same wavelength as you, then your future self is telling you you have at least 2 to 3 people in your near future, and the universe will make you cross paths with them. They could be a part of your legit family or your soul family, but you got to start going out more. Even if you have nowhere to go, just take yourself out on a date. You never know how the universe is going to bring you in alignment with the right people. So if you want more friends and support system in your life, you'll have to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Okay, your future self wants to tell you that there is a whole community to you that is going to bring you a lot of love and support. If you have felt sidelined, if you felt undervalued all your life, then you have cheerleaders in your energy field that will make you feel seen, that will make you feel understood, that will give you that feeling that, this is the place where you belong. So there is a whole spiritual community that is waiting for you, okay? And you're going to be completely introduced to these energies over a period of next 8 months, I'd say, okay? These could be people who you have never met in your life also. It's all about, you interacting with them socially. Maybe these people, they become your clients, and maybe you just start getting a lot of support from all over the world. And all over the world, you have people who are rooting for you, who are cheering for you, who are kind of hands down wanting to be your friend, your sister, your brother, your whatever for that matter. Because I see that support system, I see that energy. And for you, I see the energies of animals as well. Animals too are a part of your community. You could be a good animal healer, or someone who is a vet, or someone who can talk to animals, understand their language, or simply heal them with your presence, with your energies, by sending them your positive energies, I'd say. Okay. Your future self wants you to add on to new things in your spiritual career. Okay, you can start up with your memberships for that matter, or you can just make a group and you can teach something over there. If that's the case, you see how it works for you. You can come up with the cost for that matter. Your future self wants you to just bring that newness to what you already do, because that is not just going to bring fresh energy into your life, but it is also going to bring fresh energy into the life of the people around you. Also, if you can hold some activities where everybody is physically present. Now here, this could go two ways. This could happen legit physically, where you are literally meeting people, or this could happen online through a Zoom call maybe, or Google Meet for that matter. So there is a need for you to interact one-on-one with people more, because that's going to bring you more happiness, more support, and more success into your life. You need not be good at 100 things and do 100 things in one go. If there is one particular, not exactly niche I would say, but for example, if tarot is something that you're really good at and you're learning astrology side by side, it's not necessary for you to read birth charts too. You can stick to tarot if that is your comfort zone, and allow astrology to choose you. And just understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know how else to put it. Like, for example, if you're someone who's really good at manifestation, okay, and you're holding workshops where you're teaching people how to manifest, okay. Now here, yes, you can teach tarot also, or you can add tarot also to manifestation, but is it necessary? Is it in alignment with you at this given point? Are you ready for it? So before you jump onto something out of excitement, ask yourself if you're ready. Ask your soul if your soul is ready, and only jump the gun if and when you feel that yes, this particular practice is calling me and I want to follow this route at this point of time. And unless you get that calling, that feeling, see, you're already very intuitive, so you will, okay, then you got to stick to what you're doing and keep on serving your community as it is. You already are doing a beautiful job at whatever you're doing, however you're presenting yourself, okay. Your future self is telling you that even if you don't meet people, okay, you have people whose life you have impacted on so many levels, and they really look forward to hearing from you. They really look forward to seeing your face, interact with you, and praise you. You're someone who is being praised behind your back a lot, and your future self is clearly saying you're not alone on this journey. So even if you do not receive appreciation upfront, don't think that you're not doing your job pretty well, because what you're doing is impacting people in ways that you cannot even comprehend at this point of time. Okay? Basically, your future self does not want you to give up on your spiritual career or question it just because you're not seeing the numbers go up, just because money is not that great, just because you're not where you want to be, just because success is not that loud in comparison to somebody else for that matter. Don't. These are not the variables through which you are supposed to compare yourself. Not at all. Okay? Your future self is telling you that the next 3 months to 1 year is so beneficial and so fruitful for you. You have no idea how much you're going to grow. Either you're going to receive a huge change or a good news 3 months from whenever you're listening to this, or it's going to come to you within a year from now, or it's going to come 3 months from now as well as 1 year from now. It's going to come in 2 parts. Okay, now time will tell for who it's going to unfold how, but here your future self is simply telling you your job is to sow your seeds. Do not sit and wait for the fruits of your labor, because that's going to happen regardless. There is so much of stability that you're welcoming into your life. In the next 3 to 12 months, your entire life is going to change in terms of your income, in terms of your stability, in terms of your growth. You are building seeds for long-term success, and you are going to leave a legacy behind, even if you're not interested in doing that. Let me be very clear. If you're someone who doesn't want people to remember you, but still, the kind of work that you're putting out there, even when you're not on this planet, you will be helping people in some shape, way, or form. That's what your purpose is. Your future self is telling you, now is the good time for you to start something. Okay? If you're wanting to start something new, whenever you're listening to this reading, up to 3 months, it's a really good time for you to have a new beginning to yourself. There's a possibility of a new start either 3 months from now or 12 months from now, where you might relocate to a new city as well, if that is what you're on the lookout for. If you want to manifest something for yourself, if you want to see some kind of change in your life, you have already started sowing seeds for it, and whatever you've asked the universe for, the universe has already started working behind the scenes. What you got to do is continue doing whatever you're doing, because you are absolutely in your prime energies at this point of time. Okay, so stay grounded, as much grounded as possible. Go spend some time in nature. For you also, I'd say go walk barefoot on the grass. Just breathe in some fresh air. That's what you need. There's a lot of money that's in store for you. Okay, there's a lot of money that is headed your way within 3 to 12 months from now. It doesn't really matter if you have 1 rupee in your pocket at this point of time. 3 months to 12 months from whenever you're listening, it's all about you building up your finances and having a solid bank balance to yourself. So a really good time for you to save, for you to invest, for you to spend, for you to pamper yourself, for you to plan your future, for you to do whatever you want to do with your money. Okay. Also, pile number 3, I want to tell you that there's something around your physical glow up also, and that too is going to happen within 3 to 12 months. 3 months, in all honesty, I feel after 3 months you're going to receive a good news, and there's going to be some kind of change that's going to happen in your life, some kind of glow up that's going to happen. For someone, I heard you're going to go viral. Okay, I asked you to not chase numbers, but if I'm getting a message, then I can't ignore that. Okay, for someone, I can see a silver YouTube button. I don't know for who, and I don't know how all of this is going to fit your story, but within 3 months I see that happening for you. Okay, and this is what your future self wants you to know. You're growing, you're glowing, you're becoming better, and you already are in your prime, and you're just going to just going to become better, yeah. You're just going to become so, so, so full of light and vibrance and that enthusiasm, that vivacious and infectious energy. That's what's going to surround you. There's a lot of sun-like energy that I can sense in your aura. And that's what your future self wants you to know, that finally, happy times are ahead. If life has been really challenging, brace yourself, because in the next 3 months, it's going to be really good for you. Okay? So with this, we come to the end of your reading, pile number 3. I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!